Hello, you're watching Breakfast with Charlie State and Naga Munchetti. Time now, 8:31.
I was just doing a bit of explainer there, if you thought I was looking over this way, because we've got another Charlie here this morning. Very pleased to say, morning, Charlie.
Morning.
Good
Morning, Rebecca. Mum.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. And we've got a teacher as well.
Morning.
Miss Billy. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
We should explain why you're all here. It's rather a special reason. So, King Charles, we know, has received thousands of cards and letters of support since he revealed he has cancer. One message stood out from the rest.
And that was 10-year-old Charlie's. And Charlie's from Shropshire, and he wrote a rather personal letter describing his own experience of undergoing treatment for kidney cancer. And he encouraged the King to be brave and never give up. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
First question, Charlie. How are you today? How are you?
Good.
Yeah? Well? Feeling good?
Yeah.
Because the reason I asked Mum is, Rebecca, is because it was 3 years... It was when Charlie was 3 that he was diagnosed. What happened?
He was diagnosed with a Wilms tumour on his right kidney, and it was wrapped around the kidney. So he had to undergo 6 weeks of chemo to shrink it, which it did by half. And then he had to have the kidney removed. You did a 9-hour op, didn't you, Charlie? Big, long operation at Birmingham Children's Hospital. And then he had further 26 weeks chemo and radiotherapy as well.
So if there is anyone who knows
Been through a lot.
how scary cancer can be, it's you. And you thought about this and wrote this in the letter. Do you want to read a bit of the letter out that you wrote to King Charles? Just because you know what it felt like. So, yeah.
Should I go now? Okay. Yeah. I was tube fed and I was in a wheelchair for half of it. On the worst days, pain and tiredness was all I felt, but I got better because of the amazing people who work in the NHS and because I never gave up.
And you gave King Charles a little bit of advice, didn't you, about, how to be? What was that? Let's go back.
What did you write?
Which
I
bit's
wrote,
that?
never give up, be brave, don't push your limits, and get well soon.
OK, well, that's... I have to say, that is pretty good advice. And that's what got you through, was it?
Yeah.
How did it come about? How did this letter come about, Billy? You're his teacher.
Yeah. So, at Tilstock School, we love courageous advocacy. We love encouraging our kids to see a change they want to make in the world and to go out there and make it. They are change makers. They can do anything they set their minds to. And Charlie came in day after the King's diagnosis, and we said, actually, you've got an opportunity here, mate. This is fantastic. You've got this life story that the King will relate to so much, and you can share it with him if you feel comfortable with, and the amount of information you can give him would just be an incredible thing. And the fact that they share the same name is just fantastic as well. My favourite line in it is from one Charles to the other. It's brilliant. I'm unendingly proud of him, and he's absolutely glowing with pride for it.
What was it like when, we see the King now looking at some of those letters and cards he received when yours was picked out? That must have been a surprise.
It was like... I didn't know what I was, feeling then. I was, overwhelmed, speechless, I don't know.
Charlie, who's this you brought along? Because people have seen... Who's this character?
This is the frog I had after I...
when you got diagnosed?
Yeah, when I was diagnosed.
Can you hold it up? Which camera are you on? That one over there. Just hold it up. And it's got some words on the front, hasn't it, which are all about... It says, Charlie, be brave... Star, special, courageous. That was 2018. What put that in context for us? What was the moment then?
That was about 6 months into his treatment. They come to the hospital, the different charities, and offer support. And we were mentioned about the bears, and he could choose a bear that he wanted, and he chose the frog. And they just send it back with all his details on. And he's kept it safe. He sleeps with it every night, don't you?
Yes.
And it's his sort of special memory, if you like, of everything he went through.
Young people are very good at coping with things sometimes, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
And maybe better than adults. And it feels like Charlie's a great example of that. You know, he's been through something, obviously a pretty big ordeal.
Yeah.
You're nodding, aren't you, Rebecca? And yet, you know, he's like, yeah, I did this. Here you go.
He's fantastic with it. He's such an incredible ambassador for children who've been through something like cancer. And what's amazing about Charlie is I've known Charlie for 5 years. My entire teaching career, I've known Charlie. I actually don't know how to teach if I'm not teaching one of his siblings, so I've always taught at Sambrook. And it's just fantastic to see him grow in confidence with talking about it and him realising that this is a really special thing that he's been through and he can use it for so many wonderful things and he can use it to be the change he wants to see. It's really, really wonderful and I'm, so proud of you, Charlie.
School today?
Just for a little bit.
Yeah. I think... No, I do have school
today.
today.
Do you want to check with him first?
Yeah.
We'll do some maths later, don't we, Charlie? I've got some.
Oh, you're fun, aren't you?
I know. It doesn't stop.
Billy, Charlie's teacher, thank you, Rebecca, Charlie's mum. And Charlie, thank you for coming on and talking to us. It's a great letter. I'm glad it's got the attention it has.
Good name, by the way.
Yes.
Good name. Yeah,
you know why he's saying that, do you?
Yes.
Yes.
His name's Charlie.
Yeah, good name. 8:38.